Is 200,000 Beam good enough for me? Even though nothing I say is financial advice, I don't see why it's bad amount to hold. And of course, I'm not talking about $200,000. I'm talking about 200,000 Beam. Now, the reason being is because if let's say Beam were to go to the price of a dollar, which is my price target for it during this bull run, at that point, of course, 200,000 Beam would be worth $200,000. Now, first of all, some people may be thinking, okay, that's not a good amount to hold. I mean, take a look at the prices of homes as of right now. They're very expensive. And yes, indeed, they are, in my opinion. But you know what? First of all, I view that as a very good down payment for a home. Not to mention, many people I know out there, or should I say virtually everyone I know out there that does hold Beam, they're not just only holding Beam. Now, this may be different on a case-by-case basis, but I'm just saying from what I have observed and from the people that I know. Again, they're not only just holding Beam. So let's say they have a very well-diversified portfolio with many projects, or should I say a good amount of projects, and let's say somewhere along there, they have 200,000 Beam. And let's say Beam were to go to the price of a dollar, and one of the main components of this hypothetical portfolio did go to the price of $200,000. Could you imagine that? Now, I'm not guaranteeing anything. I'm not telling anyone to buy Beam, but it doesn't seem so bad to me. Not to mention, if let's say Beam were to only, quote unquote, go to the price of 50 cents, at that point, 200,000 Beam is $100,000. Let's say we tone things down to, let's say, 25 cents, $50,000. The way I view it is that even if, let's say, Beam only, quote unquote, went to the price of 25 cents, I still think that's hypothetically very fantastic because just think about how some people that I know out there with around $50,000, they were able to travel the world for around 2 years. Now, it's not like they were living a 5-star restaurant, lifestyle or staying at 5-star hotels all day. They weren't doing that. But then still the way you take a look at it is that it's still enough to travel. It's still able to meet new people, gain new experiences, have fun, explore new places. So again, sometimes people take a look at it as, oh wow, if it's not $1 million, all this. Well, the way you take a look at it is that really even 50 grand seems like pretty decent, at least for what I've seen for some people to travel. Again, probably can't buy a home at all, really, in my opinion, arguably. I mean, I don't know in certain places, but I'm just saying in my place, I don't think I could do that whatsoever. But again, the way I view it is that even though it may not seem like that much, the way I view it is that it doesn't seem so bad, especially if it's not the only thing that I hold, in my opinion. Now, here's the thing. A dollar is around a 160x from here, which may seem a little bit insane, but really, if Beam were to go to the price of a dollar, considering current circulating supply, market cap would be around $50 billion. I mean, even Dogecoin back in 2021 years ago had a market cap of over $80 billion. This doesn't seem too crazy, at least in my opinion. Now, again, 160x, give or take, to go to the price of a dollar. So that means 50 cents is still well over a 70x from here. I mean, wow, that's the way you take a look at it, which is kind of crazy to think about, actually. But even besides that point, why do I think Beam has a very bright future? Because we all know it's focused on something called blockchain gaming. And when it comes to blockchain gaming, yes, I get it. Some of the hype really isn't there. A lot of blockchain games out there, let's face it, are not that good. They're usually, in some cases I've seen, I think they're pretty much unplayable. Graphics are bad. Gameplay is very, I would say, very robotic. It's very clunky. It doesn't feel that fluid. Not to mention tokenomics for many projects out there. They're completely out of whack. It's just not a good overall experience. The game is not good and the tokenomics are bad. I don't know anyone out there who would rather play some random blockchain game over Batman, over, some other games, right? I feel like they would much rather still prefer those type of games, even though there's hypothetically no potential of maybe earning any sort of income. Because keep in mind, through play-to-earn games, arguably, it could give the hypothetical opportunity to maybe earn income by doing that, even though as of right now, it's totally not sustainable in most cases. But still, even besides that, I feel like in the beginning stages, things are always not going to be polished. But it doesn't mean that it can't improve moving forward. Keep in mind, the blockchain gaming market is expected to be worth over $300 billion by 2030, according to Grandy Research. So when you think about that, yes, blockchain gaming isn't that good as of right now, but isn't that kind of the point? I want to enter when things are not the best. I want to enter when things are still up and coming, because when things do hypothetically go along with the ride, then it's going to be hypothetically good news. And keep in mind, when it comes to Beam, It's an open source blockchain specialized for gaming. One of the main components of Beam is the Beam SDK. SDK stands for Software Development Kit. And this allegedly allows game developers to choose from a variety of tools that can be used to fuel and structure their in-game blockchain elements. But then again, granted, many blockchain games out there are not that good, but that's kind of the point in my opinion. I like something like Beam. It's focused on the market early. Relatively speaking, I think better days are ahead. And I don't think it's a bad pick for me. Now, Beam has other aspects to it, but it's a little bit boring when compared to blockchain gaming because, of course, there's something called the Beam Swap, which is a decentralized exchange. There's the Beam Layer 0 Bridge, which is a bridging solution to transfer tokens between Beam and other blockchains. You know, Sphere, an NFT marketplace. I'm not talking about the Las Vegas Sphere, by the way. I'm talking about this one, which some people would arguably say is cooler. No, I'm just joking. Of course not. The Las Vegas Sphere is cool. This one, who knows? And also we take a look at the Beam OS, a portal for exploring tools and apps on the chain. Also the Beam Block Explorer, a tracking platform for all Beam transactions and statistics. Again, not as interesting as blockchain gaming, but you know what? It's a good addition, and I think Beam is a very well-diversified project. Not to mention, we take a look at, when it comes to Beam as well, it was created/launched by something called the Merit Circle DAO. Now, a DAO stands for Decentralized Autonomous Organization. Now, basically, this is almost as decentralized as it gets because, you know, a DAO is an entity that is designed to be fully autonomous without a central point of control. And the rules of a DAO are established by a core team of community members and is executed through smart contracts. And now to obtain voting power or membership in a DAO, users are typically required to own its governance token. And in this case, anyone who does hold Beam can vote. But again, when it comes to Beam overall, I think it's a very tight-knit project in a sense that everything seems in place. Everything is polished. It's together. It has the community, which is very passionate. It has the exchange listings. It has the fundamentals. It has the direction. So all it needs to do is wait for a fully fledged bull run. That's it. Now, again, some people seem to think that, oh, this other project, but actually some other projects out there, they're not polished. We don't really know what they're doing. They're building, but then they never really launch anything. There's no good direction. The community in some cases isn't necessarily the most passionate or driven. Not good exchange listings. Other projects out there, it feels like they're a little bit not equipped to handle a fully fledged bull run. Not to say that they can't do good, but then it doesn't feel like they're 100% ready. But this one feels like it's 100% ready. Even though, in my opinion, people like to say, oh, there's nothing ever 100%. Well, okay, let's say this isn't 100%. It's very close, maybe, in my opinion. So all it needs to do is wait for a fully fledged bull run. There's over 600 million crypto owners as of right now, according to Crypto.com research. All I gotta do is stay patient. Still accumulate, hold, and I just wait because the market is gonna wake up when it's gonna wake up. And I wanna be prepared for that by just accumulating more and more because I think the bull run is far from over. Only time will tell. Even historically, as a worst case scenario, altcoins, they usually peak around 18 months after Bitcoin halving event, which based on the last one, which happened in April of last year, it would actually mean around October this year. Again, it's not a surefire date, but I'm still going to pay attention and I'm still going to stay patient because Beam, at the price of $1, that wouldn't surprise me whatsoever during this bull run. And 200,000 Beam, I don't see why it's so bad for me. And make sure to subscribe if you gain value from this video. I'd greatly appreciate it. It's Malik the Captain, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. I'm a peace. Bye.